Hey everyone. So March 19th is coming up in a week, and I just wanted to make this video because March 19th is the second ever CACNA1A Awareness Day. We just had our first Awareness Day last year, and this year will be our second one. And I am a horse rider with a disability, and I wanted to make videos of my progress with horse riding, even though I have a disability, and share with you my experiences living with a disability on horseback, because I'm far from perfect and I have physical limitations. And so it's more of a challenge to do certain things on horseback than, let's say, the average person that doesn't have a physical condition. So that's why I like to make these videos, because I live with an invisible disability. Just by looking at me, a lot of people pass judgments that I may be fine when I'm actually not, and I have a physical condition. So they perceive me as a normal, average person, in that I should be doing this the correct way or that the correct way, and they pass judgments, and some people can be very mean about it, because they don't see that I have a disability. So that's why I'd like to make these videos and talk about it. But I have a rare genetics mutation in the CACNA1A gene, and it causes ataxia. Okay. Ataxia is when you lose balance and coordination. And my ataxia is sporadic, so I have what is called episodic ataxia type 2. And it comes and goes in severe sporadic bouts of coordination and balance, which eventually damages my cerebellum, which is this part of the brain in the back, which allows you to coordinate movement. So with this damage that can be progressive over time and is accelerated by repeated episodes or attacks of my condition, it deteriorates or degenerates, or nerve cells in that part of the brain die. So with that, I can have like issues in between these so-called episodes or attacks I have. But I don't only deal with that, but there's a lot of different things that can come with CACNA1A genetic mutations. Episodic ataxia type 2 is one. And there are several different types. Type 2 is the one I have, but there could be type 1, type 3, and so on. Different forms of episodic ataxia caused by different genetic mutations in different genes. So, since mine is in the CACNA1A gene, it's type 2. And when I ride a horse, I feel free, as long as I'm not riding in the middle of an attack. I really am very debilitating when I'm having an episode. So these episodes are controlled right now, which is good. I may feel off some days as well, but they are very much under control from being extremely debilitating per se, because they can get very, very bad. And it feels like that these attacks like literally attack my brain, my neurological system. And my pupils tend to get real huge, and I get very dizzy. I spin a lot, and I just feel like I'm gonna fall over. So I'm on 2 different medications to kind of like help control that part of it. There's a medication called Diamox. Unfortunately, Diamox doesn't help a lot of people, or some people, with episodic ataxia type 2, because there's a lot of different side effects, and it can cause kidney stones. And a lot of people can't tolerate it, or it's just not effective enough as well. So another drug that can be used is called 4AP, which is off-label for ataxia, episodic ataxia type 2. And a lot of people end up having to pay out of pocket to use the medication, the prescription drug, because it's only used for MS. So a lot of people that have to pay out of pocket for an off-label medication that is only strictly supposed to, or helps one thing. It's very difficult to explain, but if you're a person that does not have MS and you are recommended a drug like 4AP, which is the other medication I'm on, you end up having to pay out of pocket because you do not have MS. So it's an off-label use of a medication. Okay, so fortunately, I was lucky enough to have it insurance covered, which no one really understands why, because I do not have MS. I have ataxia. But yeah. But those are the drugs that are used for my condition that kind of like help keeps tabs on my episodes I get from my ataxia. But even though I don't have episodes, I have other issues. Like I have emotional issues can be a part of it. I also have other issues, like I've learned that I'm extremely hypermobile as well, and that I am very floppy in my movements and clumsy in my movements, and I appear that I have joint instability, and I'm hypermobile. I've learned this can be a part of CACNA1A in some people as well. But we were unsure if it was another condition called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. We still don't know, and the answers are uncertain. But I am hypermobile, and my movements kind of remind me of Jell-O. So let's say an example is when a person is riding a horse, they're supposed to have some extent of muscle resistance or tension to kind of like help with their posture and position when they're riding, and they find it easier to keep upright postures and kind of like not really tight, but they have more tension, like more of a grip and stiffness in their positioning. It's hard to explain, but mine is more like, it reminds me of Jello. So I have a hard time with keeping my muscles more tight and tense to remain an upright position or posture. So when I'm riding a horse, it's more difficult for me, but I am working on it. It's more difficult for me to when I'm like trotting or cantering or something. I'm just throwing this as an example. I am more prone to flopping around a lot because I don't have that appropriate muscle tension. So it'll keep you upright, more balanced in your posture instead of like flopping all over the place. I'm sure you kind of get the point, but that's usually classified as hypotonia. And if you have hypotonia or low muscle tone, this can lead to developmental delays in motor milestones when you're an infant. And it can also lead to hypermobility in your joints as well. So people that have it can be very hypermobile or flexible as well. So, but in honor of CACNA1A Awareness Day, I wanted to make this video to kind of like go further in deep details regards to my condition and to update people that I've been doing really well with my episodic ataxia. And even though I have some weakness in my muscles and floppiness, I am doing well when it comes to using walking aids. So I have not been using them quite nearly as much as I was, though there can be some circumstances where I do use them. Like if I get up in the middle of the night to do something, I may need to use my crutches because that's the time of day where I'm imbalanced and stuff. So yeah, I do frequently stumble and I'm clumsy, but I've been just trying to like push through that and go on with my life. And my horse has been very therapeutic for me. And since I've moved out to the barn, I've been very much stable as far as my mental health, and I'm just doing a lot better as well. And I go and see my horse a lot, so, but, that's just a little bit about, my condition and how it's going right now in honor of, CACNA1A Awareness Day next week. And I will be working on a lot of stuff. I've been practicing horseback riding a lot and jumping. So yeah. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Sorry. I'll see you soon. Bye now.